Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Daisy. I am super excited for the month of October because every week I am going to be doing a video that is scary, paranormal. We're going to be talking about brujas, duendes, you name it, la llorona, just leyendas that I know of, that my family knows of, my experiences, my family's experiences. So consider subscribing if you guys are interested, but without, I'm just going to stop talking. Let's just get into it. So the start of the story is my grandpa. My grandpa was fairly young when he became a widow. My grandma passed away very young. Years later, after her death, he met this lady that would sell tamales on the street, on the actual street that a lot of family lived in. And honestly, I think my grandpa felt bad for the lady, le dio lástima, and he just wanted to financially support for her. He was gonna gain a companion, so he married her. That was that. He married her. No one had complaints in the family. His children, meaning like my mother and her siblings, they didn't have any complaints. Everything was fine, everything was good until my grandpa became very ill. My grandpa became very ill. By this time he already had his second stroke. He had suffered his first stroke with her, and then it was his second stroke with her. But this time around he became very ill. He wasn't able to walk. He wasn't even able to really move. So because of that, my mom had to take responsibilities of his finances. But this lady didn't like that because she thought she was going to be in full control over my grandpa's money. She thought it was going to be her money. Girl, no, that's not how it works here. No. And thankfully my mom was between in the middle because, girl, she would rob my grandpa. Like, she would take money out of his wallet and we were like, where's his money? And it was just a whole mess. This lady that was once a very muted to herself, very in the background person became a hostile person to everyone. So once she showed true colors, my mom was not with it. That's her dad, that's her father, and she's gonna protect him at all costs, especially when he can't defend himself. My mom had to confront her because things were getting out of line. She was spreading rumors. She was doing the most, and I can't. If you guys want me to go in depth of how that lady was, let me know, but I can't because I gotta talk to you guys about what she did, okay? So let me know if you guys want to know. But like I was saying, my mom had to confront her. So when we went to Mexico, she had confronted her. This lady acted like she could never hurt a fly. Nope, she's a saint. Nope, she couldn't do anything. She left it at that. We move on. A couple days after we were there, we were cleaning my grandpa's house because estaba asquerosa. It was just gross. This lady, cockroaches everywhere. My grandfather was never like that. My grandfather knew how to cook. He would cook for himself. He would clean for himself. But once he became unable to with his stroke, he couldn't do that. And that breaks my heart. But back to the story, we were deep cleaning everything. I literally brought guantes, like hand gloves, because I knew we came to clean my grandpa's house. My mom was cleaning out her area, the ladies' area, trying to take out all the clutter. She had so much clothes and my mom was just trying to like get rid of them. Like, hey lady, well, you can sell this. Like, that's money, you can sell this. And at one moment my mom was by herself. She was cleaning out her area, folding clothes, things like that. She got a saco. She got like a coat, a little thin coat. She noticed that there was something in the pocket, so she was just gonna take things out and, you know, fold it. And what she pulled out was a red small bag. When my mom saw it, she told me she just got the weirdest feeling ever. She said that she got goosebumps and she just flung it. She was like, ew, what is that? Like, I don't know what that is. It gave her the creeps and she just didn't know why. She just left it at that and just like kept it moving. She didn't ask anything. She didn't ask like, oh, what is this? No, nothing. She was just like, I didn't see it. I don't know what that is. I don't want to know. She said that it felt kind of heavy, like some things were in there, but she didn't even open it. She just put it aside and she just kept it moving, girl. She was like, I don't know what that is, but I know it's not good. She really didn't pay much to it. She told me, she said what happened. She said she got the creeps. We just left it at that. We really didn't think much until one of my cousin's wife that takes care of my grandfather, thankfully he was well taken care of, and he continues to be well taken care of because because of this woman, my cousin's wife. She's such a blessing to our family, blessing to my grandfather, because she is the reason why my grandfather is walking, moving, and it's all because of her. So we are indebted to her. So like every day she goes to my grandpa's house and she notices that there was a ugly, really a bad stench in the house, and she was like, oh my god, what's that? It's horrible, like what died in here? And she asked my grandfather, because my grandfather was there, and my grandfather was like, yo no huelo nada, I don't smell anything. And she thought it was really weird because she said this stench was horrible. She said no, this was, you had to smell it. And another thing that she thought was really weird is that the lady was nowhere to be seen. She looked for her everywhere in the house and she was nowhere to be seen. I brought you guys in a little bit closer. Here is my grandpa's house, and right here, right next to it, is a lot that is empty and there's a lot of vegetation. She was coming from that side into the house, so she was coming from this side into the house. My cousin's wife thought it was really weird. I'm actually going to name my cousin's wife Bella because she is obviously Bella, and also because she is going to be spoken a lot in this video. So the lady was coming from the lot area and she thought it was really weird that she was coming from over there because there's nothing over there. She's like, what are you doing? Where are you coming from over there? She didn't ask her, but that's what she thought. Bella asked the lady if she burned something, like, hey, do you smell that? And the lady said, no, no quema nada. I didn't burn anything and I don't smell anything. So just red flags were coming through Bella's head because she knew that was really weird. Like, okay, like how am I the only one that smells this disgusting smell? No one can smell it. Someone's lying to me and I think I know who it is. You know, if you catch my drift. So Bella automatically tells us, and she tells us in a way where we are understanding. We know where she's coming from, and we saw it coming kind of because of what my mom had saw previously. So when she told us that, we were like, we got goosebumps. We were googling. Now we started to google what was that red bag that my mom saw, and guess what? Google tells us that that red bag is called a mojo bag, and it is used for different things, but a red bag has to do with romance and stuff like that. So we were like, okay, this lady is doing something to my grandfather and we are not liking it. We do not approve of this. Clearly, obviously, no. Why is this lady doing this? What is she trying to do? What is she trying to gain out of doing all of these things? So at this point we were like, okay, something's going on with that lady. We don't know for sure of what is going on, but we just know that her intentions aren't good. And you know what, my grandpa at this point, he was just acting very strange. It's as if he was just hypnotized in a daze all the time. He didn't want to eat, he didn't have good appetite. We just didn't know why, because he was overall very healthy. Besides his stroke, he was doing good. He was doing great. So everything was pointing in the direction of brujeria. This lady was doing witchcraft to my grandfather, and we were just so helpless. The only thing that we were able to do was just to pray, and so we prayed. A couple months later, this lady was once again getting out of line. My mom said, oh, I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna go visit you to my grandfather. And this lady is scared of my mother, and I don't know why, because my mother has handled her with the utmost respect, and that's the last thing that she should receive from my mother. So I don't know why she's terrified of her, but that's what she told my grandfather. My grandpa obviously told the lady, like, oh, you know, my daughter's coming. The lady was scared. She was scared. And you know the reason why I know she was scared is because I'm gonna bring this up closer, you guys, so don't get distracted by it. And the reason why I know she was scared was because she packed up her crap and left. But till this day, it's been a couple of, probably even almost a month now, and she has gone. She is no longer there, and I pray to God that remains the same, because luck. This is what we found out when she left. So a couple of days after she left, they were fluffing up my grandpa's pillow. They felt something hard in his pillow. This pillow is just a pillow. You can't stuff anything inside unless this person cuts it open, puts the thing in there, and sews it back up. That's exactly what this lady did. And what my family from over there in Mexico found in the pillow was the lady's pantyhose, her pantyhose, her gross ass pantyhose, a letter inside, and within that letter was my grandpa's picture. That mother. So what they did, they immediately burned it, and I kid you not, the flames, I'm gonna show you guys right here, you guys are probably looking at it right now, the flames looked so demonic. So I completely forgot to tell you guys what the letter said. The letter said, in other words, you and I, we are going to be together forever. You and I, you should only think of me. And the reason why I blurred it out is because it says my grandpa's name and the ugly beep's old lady's name. So yeah. It looked like a demonic something. I don't know what it was, but it looked evil. Everything looked evil. We just were in shock. We were so scared after looking at that. And to think that this lady has been to our house, I think that scares us the most. I failed to mention that once the lady left back to her house, back to her house with her children, my grandpa would cry out of nowhere, and we knew why he was crying. Obviously, like, his companion that he had for so many years, even though she treated him like garbage, was no longer there. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, I get emotional. I hate it, but we knew why he was crying, obviously, for obvious reasons, but we wanted him to tell us, and we wanted him to just tell us how he felt, and he didn't. He would just cry and he just wouldn't say anything. We would ask him, why are you crying, knowing the answer, and he wouldn't say anything. But after we burned all the crap that she did, he stopped crying. He no longer cried. After that day, he no longer cried. We were this close into calling her back because we just didn't want my grandpa sad, and my mom didn't want her dad sad. We ain't doing this again, Daisy. Suck up those tears, Daisy. After they burned it, we just knew that his sadness was because of that thing. Whatever it was, it had to do with that lady. It's been almost a month since she has left, but I do want to say, the day after we found out about all the brujeria in the pillow, the next day, me and my sister were home alone. I was in my room. My sister was working over here in the upstairs living room. We hear a big bang. I thought it was my sister, so I just really didn't even pay mind to it. Then my sister calls me, Daisy, did you hear that? And I immediately start recording because I knew something was gonna happen. I just had that gut feeling that I was just, I guess, maybe paranoid or scared of like something's gonna happen. So here's what I recorded for you guys. What is that? Oh hell no, not this shit again. What the hell? I thought Uti got home. That's why I thought like I heard like something slam. What the hell? Let me go check. Go check if it's even loose. Like that hasn't. Yeah. The only time that has fallen is like when I throw a towel on it. Yeah, when we throw laundry down. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I had to record this. Where's it? Oh, light up. What the hell? That is so weird. My camera doesn't even wanna. Oh my god, you guys. Hold on. Okay. That fell from here. Let me clean the screen. No, it still looks weird. Okay, let me turn on the flash so you guys can see that. How did it fall? That has a freaking tornillo. Un clavo. It has un clavo. Oh my god. It legit fell. And the candles over there. Sorry it's messy, you guys, but What the hell, Leslie? Leslie, it has the clavo. It doesn't have the clear ones that we use. What the hell? Did it break on one side? No. What? It's bent. Oh my god. Ew, it's all dusty. Let me go. So when I finished recording, my sister tells me that she was just talking about what was going on with that lady to her friend. She was explaining everything that was happening, and then she heard that bang. I do want to mention that is the first time that I have seen it fall alone with anything. I didn't physically see it, but there was no one around. But yeah, I actually had a really bad experience and dream about this lady after this lady left. What happened, she was sleeping and something shook her on her shoulder. Something shook her awake. And she woke up in the foot of her bed. She saw the lady. She just like really opened her eyes and she didn't see her anymore. She said that she wasn't really scared, so she just turned over to her side. She felt as if someone pulled her feet. She woke up scared. She saw the lady next to her. Oh my god, I'm getting the goosebumps. Next to her, snaring out her teeth. But this was like, she was seeing it. This was no longer in her dream. She was seeing it. She felt the feet. She felt the tug of the feet. That was real. She felt that. And she saw the lady next to her. And she was like snaring out her teeth like this.
Y me di la vuelta y me acosté de lado. Y me venció otra vez el sueño. Sentí cuando me jalaron los pies. Me los jalaron bien fuerte. Despertó también el jalón y cuando volteé, estaba parada enfrente de mí y abrí mal los ojos y así como que me asusté y hasta los dientes así como de fuera estaba. Pero sí fue algo como bien real. Yo estaba dormida, pero ella me despertó.
She just like stood up and she was no longer there. So yeah, that was that. She was super scared. She has not had a dream about her since. Thank the Lord that hasn't happened to my mom, because I feel like the lady hates my mom. So now that the lady has left, one of my aunts, one of his daughters lives with him. She stays there 24/7. She was taking selfies in the night and she took pictures of this. Let me know what you guys see. I see 3 faces on her arm. 3 faces on her arm, and they all look like women. And it's weird because it looks like my aunt. I'm not gonna show my aunt because obviously privacy reasons, but for me it looks like my aunt. Another thing that you can see a hand on the edge of the picture, and there's nothing there. Her daughter was sleeping, my grandpa was in his bed. She was just taking a little cute selfie, and that's what appeared. I think that's really weird because in the other photos, no se ve eso, you don't see that. I don't know what that was. It looks like a hand. It's just really creepy. And within the pictures she had sent us, she sent us multiple pictures, and within those pictures you can see faces, really ugly faces. And I don't know, I think it's really weird. We need to do a blessing in that house because evil lived there for years. Greed lived there for years because of that lady. And I want my grandpa comfortable in a good space, in a good mind space. That house, it needs to be cleaned out, physically actually cleaned, and spiritually cleaned, because God knows what there is in that house because of that lady. Okay, but that was it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I spooked you guys out a little bit, and if I did, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.